Hello. Happy Continuation Day. Continuation Day, you say? Look at it this way. You weren't nothing before you were born, and after you die, you're not going to go back to nothingness, right? It would appear that perhaps we changed form. We're going to get to this. The day your mother gave birth to you was not the day you were born. It was the day that you manifested in your current form. Wow, that rhymes. Well, hello, and welcome to Seeking the Buddha, where over the next few minutes, we will discuss continuation. So thank you for tuning in again and returning to the channel. Truly appreciated. And please, if you like what you see, subscribe. And to those of you who have subscribed, thank you so very, very much. And for those of you who've liked and certainly shared these videos and commented on them, really, really appreciate it. I love reading the comments. Great stuff. Okay, so let's get right to this. Back to this concept of continuation, your continuation day. Let's think about a cloud. Does a cloud suddenly appear out of nothing? And then after it rains, it appears that it dies, right? It goes away. What happens to the cloud? Well, the cloud has simply changed form. Before the cloud was a cloud, it was water, right? Water from lakes and rivers and streams and snow. It evaporates and becomes a cloud. And then when the cloud gives of its rain to the earth and nourishes the forests and the animals and the human beings who drink the water and all that stuff, right? The cloud has simply changed form to water. And then what happens? It evaporates and it creates a cloud again. The two truths, dependent origination, emptiness, causes and conditions, all are featured in this. We've talked about this in the previous videos. We're going to review some of this again. In the previous video, we looked at a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh where he talked about the Father and the Son, how the Father is a continuation of the Son into the past, and the Son is a continuation of the Father into the future. And of course, this holds true for mothers and daughters, So, but in the Father and the Mother are their fathers and mothers, and their fathers and mothers, and so on and so forth. And it goes on and on and on back to whenever, okay? And then it will continue on in the future. That's kind of the concept of continuation. Thich Nhat Hanh once said, if, for example, you want to recognize my continuation, do not look in this direction. He points to himself. There's a part of my continuation in this direction, but when you look all around you, you will see other forms of the continuation. So don't wait for the body to decompose. Then, of course, there is the scientific precept of the law of the conservation of mass. And it states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only changed from one form to another, meaning the total amount of matter in a closed system remains constant during a chemical reaction or physical change. Let's use the example of a piece of paper that Thich Nhat Hanh said he sees a cloud in, right? This particular piece of paper from the Metropolitan Transportation Authority didn't appear out of nothing, okay? All right? Various causes and conditions needed to occur in order for this piece of paper to manifest, all right? In fact, if we look far enough back, there had to be a universe first. A universe somehow that came about, we don't know how, theories, lots of theories. Within that universe, there are galaxies. And within those galaxies, there are stars. And within those stars, there are solar systems, and there are planets, and then there are planets that can support life. Causes and conditions in order for life to come about on a planet. There has to be water, air, an atmosphere of some kind, right? Those things, everything that is necessary for this piece of paper and yours truly to manifest in this current form. Take away one of those things and everything changes. That's dependent origination. Ultimately, the piece of paper is a manifestation of all the causes and conditions that had to occur in order for it to manifest in this form. For the same token, Thich Nhat Hanh says, like the piece of paper, I was not only a cloud in a former life, I am still a cloud now. I am made of air, water, earth, and fire. The water I drink was once a cloud. The food I eat was once the sunshine, the rain, and the earth. I am the cloud, the river, and the air at this very moment. Now remember, in terms of the subjective realm Okay. We looked at something that Nagarjuna talked about called the 8 negations. Nagarjuna says, in the realm of objective truth, there is no birth and no death, no being and no non-being, no coming and no going, no same and no difference. So let's review this real quick. So Nagarjuna says, in the realm of subjective dualistic experience, there is birth and death, coming and going. But when we apply ultimate analysis to this to bring us objective truth, we find out that these are just opposites that need to be transcended. Right? We need to transcend them in order to find peace and happiness. Concerning this subjective realm and its trappings, the Buddha said, so you should view this fleeting world, a star at dawn, a bubble in a stream, a flash of lightning in a summer cloud, a flickering lamp, a phantom, and a dream. Here's another thought, bringing this back to continuation. I remember reading this when I was younger, concerning Einstein's theory of relativity. He said that the photons of light that are reflected off of us continue on forever, infinitely into space, unless they're absorbed by something. So to make sure that, again, that it wasn't a subjective thought, right, that it was actually real, I looked it up and I found a website on physics that explained it. It's really cool. So the question, of course, is, does the light that gets reflected off of us during our experience travel through space forever? The answer is yes. Photons do not disintegrate when there is no interaction with other particles and will continue to carry their initial momentum and information to travel through space forever. Telescopes capture ancient light emitted from faraway galaxies, and the human eye or retina captures lesser ancient light reflected from solar planets and moons. So not only do we continue on, or this continuation through our ancestors and causes and conditions that bring about our current manifestation in this form, but the photons of light that are reflecting off me right now will travel on in space forever and ever, in eternity. Some of the stars we see right now, all right, we look out, we see a star in the sky, may not even be there. They may have died, gone supernova, or became a black hole, and then the light hasn't reached us, or the extinguished light of that star hasn't reached us yet. And for the same token, we may see a patch of sky where there appears to be nothing there, but the light from that star hasn't reached us yet. It's so far away. I want to talk about one more really, really important thing before we conclude, and that is there's an ancient faith known as Zoroastrianism, right? It's a Persian religion thousands of years ago, and I think it had a tremendous influence on other faiths of that time. All right, and one of the most important sayings or tenets of that faith is this simple phrase, good thoughts, good words, good deeds. If you think about that, the thoughts that you have a profound impact. The words that you speak have a profound impact on the people in your realm of experience. And of course, the deeds or the things that you do create karma. Now, we haven't talked about karma yet, but we're going to talk about it in a future video. Okay, it's a big thing in Buddhism, for those of you who don't know. So, good thoughts, good words, good deeds. That is your continuation as well, right? Because the thoughts that you have and the words that you speak and the things that you do have such a ripple effect on everything that happens, right? Everything in your realm is affected by your thoughts, your words, and the things that you do. Don't think that they're not. It's like that movie, It's a Wonderful Life, where Jimmy Stewart's character was shown by an angel how profoundly impactful his life had been on those people around him, and how different the world would be if he had never been born. So that's a really profound film in the sense that it's almost a Buddhist film, if you think about it, right? Dependent origination. You take away one thing, take that person. If you weren't here, think of how everything would be different without you. So your thoughts, your words, and your deeds create your continuation, because the things that you say to people now will continue on into the future. It will affect them. The things your parents have said to you or your grandparents have said to you affected you and changed everything. So to conclude, not only do we continue on through the the reflection of photons of light out into the infinite space. But our thoughts, our words, and our deeds also are our continuation. They have a ripple effect on everyone and everything around us. Additionally, of course, through our ancestry and through our progeny, we continue. So I will say to you, happy continuation day. Maybe it makes more sense now, because you've been around for a long, long, long time, and you will continue to be here and influence people and things and the realm of experience for a long, long, long time. I hope this made sense, and I hope you got something out of it. I hope it was purposeful. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please do. Like, share, comment. Truly appreciated. Until next time, take care.